Hello people, welcome back to the Red Blood Brothers. TJ and Mo with you here. It's been the international break now. We've had a few weeks off footy, but we are back in action on Saturday for the biggest game of the season so far, and also definitely the hardest game of the season we'll have to play. Manchester City at the Etihad away at 12:30 UK time. And today we're going to talk about predictions, what we think could happen, how Liverpool could win this game, and if we do get a good result, what it could mean for the season. So Mo, let's start it off by saying it's another 12:30 kickoff after the international break. We have to do a bit of complaining before we actually talk some football.
Stop moaning, man. We moan too much.
But it's true. We have to complain a bit before we talk about the football.
The 12:30 thing is just getting out of hand. I mean, we've addressed this in previous videos. Klopp's mentioned it in press conferences. Even Simon Jordan went off on the Premier League for allowing this to happen again and again. At this point, to be honest, there's not really any benefit to just moan and rant because they don't listen to us, and they will not listen to us because it is a dictatorship. So it is what it is, in my opinion. We just need to get on with it.
So 12:30 kickoff then. We've seen Liverpool play 12:30 kickoffs after international breaks, and every time that's happened, we've looked laggy.
Yeah.
We've looked
especially McAllister.
Lethargic. McAllister last time was especially, really tired. So
against Brighton.
So this is already a negative going into the game. Yeah. I do want to focus on the positives, but we have to be realistic. It's already a negative going into the game.
Yeah, for sure. The players are going to be lethargic. There's going to be some elements of lackluster in our game because we all know that for some reason, in the first half, especially in the first 20 minutes after an international break, when we are playing at 12:30, the team just looks like they're in La La Land. Honestly, like they just look so dysfunctional, so tired. So, if there's a time where we can't have this kind of start, it's in this game, because this game is, I'm not going to say season defining, even though it's a very big game. It's still early on.
It's definitely the hardest game of the season we'll play. Manchester City at the
and our record
is always the hardest game.
Yeah, our record, even when we were challenging for the title, and we were a brilliant team, for some reason, whenever we would go to the Etihad, we would just never win. I don't remember I think the last time we won was always 2015, 2016.
It's always been draws.
Yeah, it's always been draws or a loss. So it's going to be a very difficult game. Very difficult game.
Yeah, absolutely. And City, so far, so if we look at City's form...
Top of the league, mate.
Okay. Well, let's not talk about City anymore. So, top of the league. But I think the last game was against Chelsea, that 4-4 thriller.
That was
Chelsea
a wicked game.
Bridge. That was before the international break.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? So, we saw Chelsea, especially in that first half, the first 30 minutes, they were really going for them. Yeah. And they put them on the back foot.
They did.
They forced mistakes into Man City. And, it just shows that if you have the right setup and the legs and energy are there and everyone is synchronized in pressing when it comes to playing against Manchester City, you can force mistakes and you can put them on the back foot a bit.
Do you know why?
Despite of how dominant they are.
You're absolutely right.
And that's what Chelsea done.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, if you look at what they City's lineup against Chelsea, I know we should be talking about Liverpool, but just to look at the opponent for a bit.
So it was Edison in goal, Walker, Diaz, Vardiel, Ake, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Doku, Alvarez, Holland. I mean, that's a great team.
But I don't know if he'll go with Guardiola again, because he was suspect.
No, but the thing is, he's been a consistent starter for Pep this season. I'm pretty sure he has been.
I don't think he has.
No, he's started for City on various different occasions this season, and he's been quite impressive. I think he's a good player, man. I mean, I don't know.
He's definitely got the talent. I wanted him at Liverpool, but
what a player.
So far he didn't look convincing against Chelsea.
But the thing is,
to adapt to the Premier League. So maybe that's if he starts, we could exploit that.
Historically as well, whenever we would see success against City, it's when we were always on the front foot in terms of pressing and hounding them and not giving them any space. Because you know how City like to play. City like to keep the ball, suck the energy and the life out of their opponents by just keeping the ball, and then just punishing them, when their opponents become lethargic. But with us and other teams as well, I've noticed that when you press City, because I feel like defensively they're good, but they could be exploited in that specific area. If you go at them and like Chelsea done, force them to make mistakes at the back, and just put them under pressure, we can score. We could definitely do some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing with Manchester City. A lot of teams.
And just to cut you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've got really good, like our attack can do that.
Yeah.
Especially with players like Diaz, Darwizi, even Salah. The press and the speed and the power that our front three has, and also Szoboszlai in midfield, we can really, get off on the right foot in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And what I wanted to say is that I agree with you. And we have the firepower and the legs to do that. And what I think a lot of teams are guilty of is showing City too much respect.
Yeah.
Like a lot of teams go to the Etihad and then just stay behind the ball, defend behind the ball.
Yeah.
And try and hit them on a counter or soak up the pressure. I don't think you could soak up the pressure against City. Because if you try to go into a defensive posture against Manchester City, they will break you down. They will grind you down. You can't soak up the pressure. There's no such thing as soaking up the pressure against Man City because they will find a way. They will find a way. So I think, and what we've always done against Manchester City is get at them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Toe to toe, get at them. And every time we've done that, we've won a few games. But at the Etihad, we've always drawn.
Yeah, it's just our record.
That's the only concerning thing. Even though when we play our game against them, we don't fumble. Except for last season, we don't fumble when we play against them. We try and attack them, but we still end up drawing. So what could be the key difference here?
To be honest, TJ, for me, I'm always pessimistic going into a City game, especially at the Etihad, because as you've said, historically our record there is not good. Especially, I mean, I'm not going to look at last season, but even in seasons where we were dominant and one of the best teams in the league, we'll come out with a draw. Do you see what I mean? So for me personally, I don't know, man.
So what's the secret this time? How could we change that?
I don't know. Like, we just have to play our football, and we, like you said, we can't show them too much respect. We have to defensively as well be on point. We can't make any mistakes and gift them the ball in dangerous areas, because they'll punish. If you make a mistake against City, they will punish you. So we have to be at our very best to win this game.
Yeah, but you know what? The way we start off games this season.
That's the thing. That's worrying. That's a big fact. That's a concerning factor for me.
Yeah, like the way we start off games is so sloppy. Yeah. We give away so many against Brentford last time. They should have scored. They had a 1-on-1 within the first 5 minutes, and it's been the case every game this season. So if we're gonna start the game like we always start this season, we're gonna get punished. We're gonna be 1-0 down in the first 20 minutes.
Do you know what I'm concerned about? Specifically,
What?
Doku on Trent, because Doku, in my opinion, he's been absolutely sensational. And
I don't think so.
As much as I love Trent, and
I don't think Doku's.
No, Doku's a good player, man.
I don't think he's been that.
He's
good.
a good player, bro. What are you talking about? He's so dynamic. He reminds me of Mane. Honestly, he reminds me of Mane. The pace, the power, the physique. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna cause a real problem. Not so much Haaland, because even last season
he's got the attributes, but I don't think he's made that impact.
I don't think Haaland's gonna be that much of a threat, because every single last season, Van Dijk had him in his pocket, and I'm not even trying to be arrogant. Honestly, Van Dijk against Haaland, he's always shut him down.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we can close Haaland up, try and limit his space as much as possible, then that's one.
Is Konate injured?
I think he'll be back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think he'll be back. So if we can close Haaland down, then we only have to deal with.
Do you know who I think is going to be
the intricate play around the box they always do?
Who is it? But who does that for them? Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, that.
Bernardo Silva is so.
Can't stand him, but he's a great player. But he's
so good.
Slimy, mate.
Do you know who's?
He's so good. Don't like him though.
Like,
know why.
In terms of their attack, even Julian Alvarez, they've got such a good attack. We have to be able to defend and I'm not going to say soak up pressure, because we could potentially take the game to them, but we have to be very, very cutthroat defensively. And also Rodri and Bernardo Silva, man, those two players, like, how do you think we can shut them down and nullify them? It's going to be very difficult.
Well, I think is it by playing Endo in midfield?
Oh, no. You know what? If we start Endo and he has a blinder,
Yeah.
mate, this could be his time to redeem himself.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, look, if we go to the Liverpool lineups, I think it will definitely be. I think he'll start with Darwin Núñez.
100%.
He'll start with Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, and Luis Diaz.
Yeah,
Maybe
Jota.
maybe Jota, but no, I think he'll start with Jota. He'll go with Jota.
Oh, I think
It'll
Jota's
be
been really
Jota,
good.
yeah, Jota, Núñez, Salah in midfield, and I think this is where the key battle is going to be and where the game will be won, because Rodri is an absolute
Master.
Yeah.
Masterclass player.
he's a beast in that midfield, and
Yeah.
if we can nullify Rodri and win the midfield battle,
We have a very good chance.
we have a good chance to win the game.
I agree.
And we do have the capabilities. We have Dominic Szoboszlai, who's an absolute engine.
Yeah.
He will hound and press, and he's really good on the ball. But we have bags of energy in Dominic Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones will be back, and I think that will be the key difference.
Yeah.
We've
it's
missed
true.
Curtis Jones. We have missed Curtis Jones
Yes.
in the past few games, and we've seen that.
Because he does so much running.
It's not just that I don't know. He gives the midfield some balance.
Exactly.
I don't know how to say it, but he gives that balance in midfield. He can keep the ball. He's good with controlling the tempo. He can press. I think he's key.
I think he's very key.
He's our Wijnaldum,
Yeah.
Curtis Jones. And if he's back, then that'll be a big plus.
Yeah. And the transition he's made from being a very attacking midfielder to an attacking slash defensive midfielder is absolutely incredible, because what it does, it basically allows McAllister to play the game that is best suited to him, and the game that's going to bring out his ability to the forefront. Because McAllister in that number 6, it's been quiet at times this season, very, very risky, and he's given away in that position. He's simply not his best, even though he hasn't been poor. Having Curtis Jones in midfield with Szoboszlai and McAllister is going to allow them to grow into the midfielders that they were bought to be.
Yeah.
So Curtis Jones is going to be an absolutely fundamental part of that midfield. But he might start Gravenberch as well, or is Gravenberch still injured?
No, I think he could start, but no, in this game,
You need experience, that's the thing.
experience. I don't think Gravenberch has the the authority to stamp down his presence in a game like this yet.
Yeah.
He's got the flair and the technical ability, but we need someone like Curtis Jones in that midfield against Manchester City.
He hasn't played for a while, hasn't he? Since Spurs.
Yeah. So
Bloody hell.
it'll be so important to have him back. And then in that 6, I think it's going to be McAllister. I don't think Klopp will go for Endo against
No.
Manchester City.
Endo's a red line. Endo's a red line.
The game will be too fast for him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So McAllister's going to have to hold it down in that 6. He has a big task.
Exactly.
And it's after the international break as well, so...
City's midfield is so creative.
Yeah,
Like
man.
if they start Rodri,
That's why I'm
Silva,
not confident.
and,
That's why I'm not
Foden. That's the thing. I think the most important battle is going to be in the midfield, like you said.
That's
Because,
why I'm not confident.
I mean, the thing is, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to be confident because historically, our record at the Etihad isn't very good. It's
Yeah.
mostly draws and some defeats.
Yeah.
I'll be flabbergasted if we come away with a victory. I'll be so ecstatic.
Yeah.
But for me, I'll be very happy with the draw, because City, even though they haven't been as good as we know them to be, they're still top of the league, and we know how good they are. So it's gonna be a very difficult game, but you can't not have faith in the boys and Klopp. If there's one team that could beat City, it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Arsenal done it this season as well.
Yeah.
Chelsea nicked the draw.
Yeah.
We can't completely rule.
Yeah,
rule
we're going
ourselves
in at a
out
good
of the game.
time. The timing's good.
Yeah.
City aren't on that run that they go on at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to play Manchester City now. So I agree with the timing. So if we can really start off the game well and not make stupid mistakes, then that's the only thing that gives me confidence. And then our back line's obviously going to be Van Dijk. Konate will probably be back.
Has to be.
Tsimikas and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So, score predictions.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
You know, I was gonna say that as well.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah. There's gonna be goals in this match.
Yeah, 2-2. Okay.
I mark my words. Darwizzy, he's gonna run riot. He's gonna run riot up front.
Yeah. You know what? Even though I'm not feeling that confident,
I don't say we're gonna win.
3-2 to Liverpool.
Oh my god.
Mark my words on it.
Oh my
3-2
god.
to Liverpool.
You know what? If we win, taking you out.
There we go. There we go. Here we have it. So, before we end the video, if we do somehow win at the Etihad tomorrow, how big could it be for the season, considering it's only November?
I mean, it will be absolutely. It'll have such an incredible effect on the team, and I just feel that the trajectory from that game, if we are to win, will just continue going up, 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 up. So, you know, if we could win, that would be. Nothing better could happen to Liverpool at this current moment in time than to win against Manchester City. Because if we win at Manchester City against Manchester City at the Etihad, honestly, what a monumental victory it's going to be. It's going to establish our presence in the league as title contenders, because there's still some people that think that for us it's just top 4 for now and we're not going to be able to challenge for the league. But I feel like if we win this game, we're title contenders, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. If we win this game, you know what? We can win this game, but I wouldn't think it would be season defining.
It won't be season defining, but
it's too early in the season. Even if we draw, I think that it will be a really good result for us.
Yeah,
because we have so much time to get as many points. There's still so much football to play. We're still in November, so it won't be season defining. However, if we get a win, we are considered title contenders.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a weird one. It's not season defining. We can get a draw, which will be an excellent result still. But at the same time, if we win, we're title contenders. There we have it.
Let's see what happens.
See what happens. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please make sure you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think will happen on Saturday, and we will see you again for the post-match reaction.
Up the Reds.